Hello, this is Survival-gyver, and today I'll be reviewing the NCamp stove. This is an initial review. I am going to be making one where it's actually getting used so we can see how well it works. So this is a multi-fuel stove, which is kind of cool. So it's made out of aluminum and stainless steel. It's very thin. You can see there's a lot going on the bottom, and I'm going to show you exactly what that's about in just a moment. I am trying to get this where the reflection isn't so crazy, but it's difficult because it is all mostly stainless steel and aluminum. So the model number on this is the NST09WBUS. What a mouthful. But either way, packed height is only 1.5 inches thick. Alright, in use is 6.3 inches. So how does that work? Well, makes a lot of noise, but I'm going to open up the legs on this. And there's this little section here. That's where all the noise is coming from. Is going to be the center section. Now, I'm holding it in so you can see how this goes. Ready? It's kind of cool on that end. So it has this telescopic, and you can adjust in a couple different directions. Kind of like a windbreak of sorts on the bottom. Also puts it much farther down, so you can put it on sticks and twigs and all sorts of things through the top, and I'm going to explain that shortly. So NCamp's claim to fame on this is it will work with hexamine tabs. You can put them on the bottom and burn them. Wood, sticks, composite, almost like a pellet. But they tell you not to use wood pellets because it doesn't produce enough heat to get the top burner decently hot. You can put an alcohol stove on the inside. The downside to that is you're limited by this opening here, which is about 2.5 inches. So I have seen alcohol burners that will fit this, but they're not common to my area. I think only one supermarket sold them. And, well, it'll just be easier to make your own at that point. So, it's got that nice little design at the bottom. I'll hold this from underneath, see if I can get it to stay put here. On the bottom, this is with me holding it out, because otherwise it'll just collapse. There's this little opening there. That opening is for a gas valve to go through. A gas head will sit on the inside of this. And you have a connector in here, and you can run propane or isobutane with one of their, it's an accessory piece. It's a hose with a valve on it, and a little regulator for it. So you can run isobutane or propane. So that's kind of cool. Then the conversation starts, well, do you want propane? Propane is very easy to get here. It's very abundant. But doesn't have the, you'll use more propane than isobutane for the same amount of time, to boil water or something of that nature. It does say on the side here, which is hard to see with the shininess, extremely hot during use. This is in a couple ways in here. Sorry for it being blurry, it's hard with how shiny this is. I'm going to close the legs on this for a moment. Close that back down. I don't know if you can read that or not because it's so shiny. It says, place on stable surface before using. Do not touch metal surfaces while in use. Allow stove to cool before handling or storing. Which makes sense. And on the opposite side, it says, patent information, model number the NST09WBUS, www.ncampgear.com, designed in the United States, made in China. But so otherwise it's pretty nice. So I'll open this back up again for a moment. I do recommend holding the center section when you first open it, so you don't thwack your hand by that piece coming down. Close this back up. Alright, so that's what we got. So Gives you a nice little burner connection here. So you can put your pot or pan on top without being directly on the surface, as an example. So it would sit like that, depending on whatever you're cooking with it. This is actually the inner pan of something else I'm going to be showing shortly. It's 304 stainless steel, so you can cook with it. I just think it's a really cool design. And it's stable. It's not going anywhere. If you're using wood or something of that nature, it's going to fall out of the bottom, of course. You may get like a creosote film on here eventually, so what you can do with that, you can take a spray bottle of 50% water and 50% soap, like a dishwashing detergent kind of soap. The one will work out really well. And you're going to spray everything, and you're going to let it dry. This way, when you get that black on the top, that dark brown and black creosote that's built on top of it, it'll come right off. It's a neat little trick to get around that. By the way, if you're looking at this carefully, let's see if I could zoom in. This inner ring is welded in place. I thought it might have been a neat way to maybe pop this top off to help clean. It doesn't come off. I mean, if I wanted it to come off, it would, but I don't want to break it. But this is not too bad. So its overall depth, including this part down here, is 6.5 inches. The width is 9 inches, and it weighs 29.4 ounces, or it's about 1.89 pounds. So for what it is, it's not bad. Of course, I said you can put alcohol in it, wood. You can do a wood chip or hexamine. Hexamine is an Esbit fuel. I have quite a few of them. They just smell horrible, and getting whatever gunk out of the bottom of that's going to be a nightmare. I would recommend power washing it at that point. So that's it. This is the initial review of the NCamp stove. It's actually pretty cool. I think it is anyway. And it looks like it's easy enough to take apart if you had to. Ow, that was loud. There's a set of clips here. Probably pop these out to separate the base and the top. I don't know how difficult it is to put back together again. They tell you in the warnings not to do that, but it does look like it's maintainable. I'm just going to have to take it apart and take a look. I'm still not sure about what kind of gas to get, because propane is more readily available here, but isobutane will work better. So there's that. They also make a case for this. You can buy a case that'll hold this entire thing nice and neat, and give you the gas hose, or it'll give you the gas hose that you can put in there, and maybe even some basic utensils. They do make another version of this that's wood, kind of like a miniature chopping table with the same kind of setup underneath, with the folding legs. And they even have a coffee setup, so I'm going to probably try that another time. In the next couple of weeks, I have a little bit of a vacation coming up, so I will test this. I will put it through its paces and see how it goes. So there'll be a part 2 to this, and that should be in a little while. Probably about a week and a half. So that's it. Thank you for watching. If you want to have any more information about the NCamp Multi-fuel Stove, I'll give you their website, and I will link them in the description for Amazon as well, and a little description of what you can use in it. And that's it. Thank you for watching. If you like, please like. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. Questions and comments below, that's all okay. I will answer them as quickly as I can. Thank you for watching, and have a glorious day.